What is up, guys? Skyler here. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about investing, why it's important, and where to start. I know a lot of these financial channels and things like that try to sell you some course or enroll you in some bullshit or something like that. I want to let you guys know I'm going to be 100% transparent. I'm just some normal ass dude. I work for Amazon. I'm 24 years old, and recently with COVID and everything like that, I've learned the power in the stock market, and I've now fallen in love, and I'm very interested in all of that. And I'm just going to reciprocate some of that information to you guys. It's good you're interested in starting to invest. We all know there's so many uncertainties nowadays more than ever with COVID going on, millions of people who lost their jobs. It's so important now to put your money away and try to diversify your income. And there's this stipulation within the stock market or any investment, you need to have thousands to start with. I myself, I only started with $150. I was working for Amazon, a basic driver at the time. I wasn't making a ton of money. I wasn't making a killing either. And I buy Chick-fil-A every day. I waste my money. But I wanted to put my money somewhere to start making a difference, you know. And there's so many ways you can invest. There's the stock market, index funds. You have cryptocurrency. Dogecoin is a thing. It's popular right now. Pokemon cards. There's so many different ways. We're going to be focusing more on the stock market, crypto, and index funds, but there's so many ways to go about it. Okay, so why would you want to invest? We take away all the potential gains you can make or potential losses and just put it in a simple terms. If you leave your money in a bank, sure, that money may go up with APY, annual percentage yield. But in reality, due to how the world works, inflation, your money will be worth less and less. Not only that, but your money sits in the bank and the bank makes money off you. Why not make money off your own money and have your money work for you? That's the American dream, or just a dream in general. Have your money make the money, skip the middleman. Okay, so you decide you're ready to start investing and you see the reason and why you should. There are so many great tools out there at the touch of our fingertips. You know how your parents always say, man, we have all this knowledge at our fingertips and we don't use it. Well, now's the time. You can now put that shit to use. There are so many good apps out there. Public, Robinhood, Webull. Robinhood, Webull are my two personal favorite, but these apps are simple and easy to use for beginners. Personally, I like Webull. Webull can get a little bit more advanced, but has a lot more advantages, and it is personally my favorite. If you want to sign up, use the link in the description down below. You'll get 2 free stocks. And if you want to practice trading before you spend your money, Webull allows you to trade paper money, so you get this fake money and practice. That way you're not, blowing your hard-earned cash, and to make mistakes, you get a little practice. If you're not in the US, some of these apps won't work. Webull and Robinhood, I know for sure, won't work. And there are other apps and other avenues available in your country, and I'm sorry that I cannot provide those as of now. Okay, so you have your investing tool and you're ready to start investing. Of course, you waited a couple days for, let's say, your Webull or Robinhood app to verify all the information and the money to transfer over. I think in total it took me like 2 to 3 days for everything to be figured out. But you took care of all of that, and you're probably asking, how much money should I start with? Or how much should I put in? You can start with whatever you're comfortable with. Me, like I said before, I started with $150. Experts say you should be putting around 20% of your income into investments. But let's be real. You're not putting 20% of your income in. If you're like me, you got shit you want to spend. I buy Chick-fil-A every day. I got things I want to spend my money on. But and to be realistic, everyone's situation is different. If you have a family, you may not be willing to have that much to spare. You could try putting in like $20 every other week or something like that. You just need to start. It's not about the amount you put in at the beginning. It's getting into that habit of doing it and, just doing it to begin with. It's the factor that you're working towards a smarter and better financial stable future. So you decided how much you're going to start with and how much you're going to start putting as recurring investments. Well, what should you invest in? It all depends on your goals for investing. Are you looking to put money away till you retire? Do you want to start making this a real source of income day to day? Or do you want to just trade a couple stocks here and there and make some money on the side? Well, depending on your answer, there's a couple things you can look into. So for all the long-term investors, the people who want to put their money away for a long time, some want to retire, wait, look at index funds. Index funds is very, very popular for that category and very powerful. What an index fund is, it's basically a pre-made portfolio that tracks an entire market or sector, and it is managed. So a good way to put it for everyone to understand is, in a race with horses, you can bet on one horse, and if the horse wins, you get money. Well, a good way of putting it is you bet on all the horses. These Vanguard stocks and ETFs are betting on all the horses at once because one horse is bound to win. And this doesn't lead to sporadic, huge growth out of nowhere. Not like these massive gains that you'd see at Tesla or Zoom stock. There's not explosive growth, but there's steady growth over time that, the common expert could even net the average growth. The average growth of especially these Vanguard ETFs per year is on average 6 to 7%. And, of course, that compounds and, you gain more over time. Not only does it beat the rate of inflation, 2.3%, but it gives extra long-term growth. For all you short-term investors planning on holding stocks for a couple days to a couple months, the plans are a little bit different. It's not as easy as just putting money into an index fund. There are a couple different catalysts or plays to look out for, and they're always going on. You just got to be vigilant in looking for them. There are plays like earnings report, where a company releases how much they're making, and they have to every few months. You have FDA approvals, which are how new drugs come into the market, and those are known to have insane growth. You have company events like Tesla Day or Neo Day, or days in which a company shows what they're all about, and it's a good showcase, or certain releases in which I'll provide an example for. A good example I think that most people understand, especially the younger people, is Sony. Majority of the people know Sony creates PlayStation. Okay, the PlayStation 5 is a recent release at the time that I'm making this video. Buying Sony stock a little bit before a month or a couple weeks before the full release of the PS5 would have been a good moment, a solid catalyst, a great buying opportunity. The pre-anticipatory run that they got for the release of the PS5, the full release, as well as a good earnings report, saw Sony stock jump like 15 to 20%. There are catalysts everywhere. You just have to be looking for them. Apple releasing new phones. Car companies coming out with new cars. There's so many things out there. You just need to be watching and be aware. Just like anything within the stock market, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. Some days the stock market will just dive. Don't be stressed out and panic sell. Don't be that person, because that's when you're going to end up losing. There are days in which I personally have lost $600 in one day. And I'm an Amazon employee, man. Losing $600 in one day is not what we want to do. But there's also days in which I made $600 in one day. You just need to be prepared to take a loss when they come. Don't invest money you can't lose. So if you're thinking, hey, maybe with some rent money I can make a couple $100 here and there. No, don't do that. You're gonna end up broke on the street and not have money. You don't be that guy. Just invest and be safe and be smart. Do your research and be prepared, and especially for those short-term traders that could lose a lot of money very quickly. But I appreciate all the people that came out to this video. That will conclude the topic of this video. I know there's dividends, cryptocurrency, and options, so much more that we can cover, but this is just the basics I wanted to get into. Thank you for all the people who are subbing and liking. I greatly appreciate it.